towards the Milio. Won't be able to, grab something that is really a lane counter on the side of BLG, but it will be the Rel. I really want to see if Ben can actually hold that wave off the turret, though, because he TP'd back and the Shy had no buy.
Immediate flash engage coming out from On as Crisp is forced to flash away. He's nearly killed, but he keeps himself alive just a little bit longer. It's first blood. Back over to the Rel as BLG are on the board. Yeah, Shun recalling nearby, but Weiwei's gonna dash forward. As you can see, Shun now coming in to reinforce Bin, but he's burning up the equalizer over the top.
That's it. But there's an AD carry, jungler style here.
Weiwei gonna be engaged on here as Shun goes in. The Vi ulti leads the charge, but now in the back line, they're still keeping him alive. Weiwei getting away. He makes his way to the blast cone, and Weiwei survives the counterattack. Where's it at from Weibo? They're not gonna get anything back for it, but the fact that there's no kills for BLG was huge. Now Xiaohu's coming in looking to lock down Yagao. He tries to get away. Skin of the weekend gonna work. The Shy flashes over, and he burns them all up. A double kill back to the top laner from Weibo. These guys.
Oh, he's going again. He's going again.
We're not done. Bin falls in the 1v1. The response. Weibo's gonna be taken down as the Shy just picks up another one.
Let's get the vision. It's your standard play for the support, but not in the jungle, and then not having a top laner.
Pop Blossom lands. They tie him up in the tangle barbs, and Weiwei's ready to bring him down. Alley-oop the kill. Yeah, this is tough, man. I don't even think you win these 2v1s. He's gonna go ahead, drop the equalizer to zone Yagao away, turns on the flame spitter as Shun goes in for the ulti. They try to wombo combo him down, and the shutdown goes over to Yagao to force down that tier 1 turret. On gets thrown up in the air. The Pop Blossom's ready to make sure it gets done. Baron, so they don't want to throw the game. Shun now in danger, knocked up into the air, equalizer over the top. Shun is down, and Weiwei's the one to put him there.
Top wave, but now he's going to move over towards mid because they're nervous about a pit. The equalizers are insane.
Elk having to pop the ulti here with the very start, now flashing away to survive as Light goes in aggressively to take out the enemy AD carry. On's going to get burned up next as Xiao, who pops the Pop Blossom defensively, and Ben's health bar's going to drop next. The Shy leads the charge, and Shun heads right back into the base. Only he and Yagao still stand as Weibo pick up 3 for free.
Weibo are absolutely unleashed today, crushing through BLG, giving him no room to breathe at any turn. They're looking for more.
Weiwei with the flash engage, the knockup on Yagao, and the Shy gets him with the flames.
Weibo have taken down teams like JDG. They are monsters, and they want to finish this.
TP is coming in as Shun tries to engage on Xiao, who immediately goes golden to get himself away. Flashing right back out of the scan of the week as now Weiwei's coming in from the side. A lot of damage back onto Shun, and he's going to die to Xiao Hu. Light now free firing back onto On, who engages without support from the rest of the team. Weiwei's going to do the same, but Weiwei is fed, and BLG's dead. Ben can't get out. Light's gonna put him in the ground. Weiwei jumps in over the wall. Elk is the last man standing, but he's Xayah without an ulti. It's gonna be a hard job to get away from this when he tries to do it, but Weiwei's got a lot of damage resistance. Weibo, get it done. Game number 1. It's a stomp here in the semifinals, and they're gonna start this series off strong.
Weibo want to tell a different story here today.
It's so hard not to flash too early for that.
It's crazy, and I think what we saw from there then was that Rumble just took over. Bin wasn't even...
What you really need here for Weibo.
And the way that their comp functions is kind of similar to last game for Weibo, right? Because they don't really have any real hard engage. You throw out the Malco ultimate, but that's about it. Yeah, Chris stepped up so early and took so much damage from the BLG bot lane. The Shy should live, but we'll see.
The Shy just got solo killed for first blood. Let's see, Weiwei and the Shy, how are they gonna get it done? The Shy's gonna take the aggro here with the start with the World Ender. Counter strikes back up. Bin survives for the time being, but now Xiao Hu's coming through. Bin falls, and the Shy gets the money. The turret's not gonna find any sort of a target afterwards. Comparing the Shy's Aatrox to other ones. Never mind, we got a dive coming out here in the mid lane. They don't even need to dive him, they throw him back away from the turret. They do find the chains of corruption here in the bottom lane, but now the Shy's ready to go and jump in on the fight. Weiwei getting back away, but now Bin's trying to bring him down. Shun's gonna be super low here too. Bin grabs the kill on Weiwei as they still can't kill Shun yet. The Shy finally picks it up, and now Xiao Hu's ready to help his top laner try to turn it around. But Yagao's made his way into the fight. He won't find him scond up duck. The Shy sidesteps, and Bin's ready for the counter strike yet again. Arrow from across the map, but it goes between the uprights.
Weiwei up towards this top side. Shun's here as well, though.
Yeah, Shun just jumps over the wall. We're going to get two different 1v1s. The Maokai ulti comes back up into the top lane, and now Bin's going to be the focus here at the very start. Vi ulti trying to buy enough time for the Jax, but it won't work. Arrow comes in from downtown, but Shun's got to run. Bin steps up for the counter-strike. Immediate stun and immediate disengage. They don't want to allow the Shy to put that lead back into the bottom lane. Weiwei's the target, and BLG hit the mark. They're going to follow it up with a stolen Maokai ulti as Shun's ready to engage with a Vault Breaker. Everfrost locks him down. BLG's going to town. The turret might get one back, but not quite yet. They almost get Shun away, but they'll trade it for Xiaohu nonetheless. Yeah, the Shy's coming in. This is the power point for Weibo. This is the guy they want to try to play around. Beautiful stun on Xiaohu as he tries to take the blast cone over the wall. Azir ultis fly back and forth as Xiaohu goes into the stasis, but he will not survive. Yagao takes the kill as the Shy spreads his wings, but the World Ender runs out the volley.
If they want to try to find any sort of way to come back.
Well, the Shy goes in for Shun here, but that could be a problem because Yagao is also nearby. He steals away the World Ender, and now he's ready to show the Shy how it's done.
And hope they can turn around something now.
Well, they're going to try to turn it on Bin. Xiaohu has his 2-item power spike. The Aatrox of the Shy doing the same. Bin's not long for this world. The Jax, again, it's been a rough game, a rough couple of games. And that means it's an opportunity for Weibo to look for something, but they're not going to get it here just yet. Shun disengaging as the Chains of Corruption fly out. Now ready to re-engage back onto the Shy. He'll get stunned up with the counter-strike. The Shy is down, and BLG got the kill. That's the most important player from Weibo, and BLG are in the driver's seat.
He never got the Gore Drinker off, so he never got that big activation of the health alongside the World Ender. So it means now BLG in position. Elk.
These guys with arrows. Elk again with a piercing arrow over the wall. Bin coming in from behind. Weiwei wants to jump in, but the Maokai's just gonna get chopped. Bin's ready to bring it in as they have to disengage once more on Weibo's side. Summoner spells are down for life. Crisp is nearly dead too. Xiaohu's got no HP. Infernal Soul to BLG. Flash over the wall from Elk. A rampage for the Barons.
The siege, it might be broken though, unless Bin can make it happen.
The Shy here in the front line, locked down. Sterex keeps him alive for an extra second. He's still trying to walk away, but Bin gets him. Counter-strike, flash forward into the double kill. Light tries to run away, but Bin is not done yet. Counter-strike still ready to go. He jumps back in for the triple kill. BLG, as they'll be able to force the retreat from BLG, if only for a moment. Elk and Shun stepping out of the way of the laser as Elk tries to escape the Shy, but the Q3 Gore Drinker gets him kill credit going over to Weiwei. That's a big shutdown as Bin falls too. It's 2 dead on the side of BLG, and Weibo might have found their chance. Vault Breaker to disengage, on trying to escape from the Aatrox, but the Infernal Chains bring the pain. Will spend as much of their time as he can, counter-strike to buy some time, while the rest of the team goes after the Elder. Bin with his Onion's Hourglass to escape the ace in the hole. Weiwei's trying to go in and steal away the Elder Drake. They're going to kill him instead. Shun goes into Rampage, killing him. It's traded back away for Bin, but the Elder goes over to the remaining 4 players of BLG. It is a 4v4 for the next 45 seconds as Weibo will head back into the base and BLG continue the push.
But it's the Elder Dragon, and you've got the opportunity now for BLG because that Nexus turret is so low. They can actually look to push forward on this. That play from Bin might have dragged Weibo away from the win con.
Laser fired off. They're trying to buy enough time to survive here. That Elder Drake is so ferocious. Light takes a little bit of damage. The arrow spam's gonna come through. Maokai ulti lands. The Shy's your first target. Sterex ain't gonna save him. The Elder Dragon finds its first victim. Shurima Shuffle won't do it anyway. BLG will find the win, find the Nexus, and find their first game of the series.
BLG battle. Absolutely crazy. It's like, I don't know, man.
I mean, I've cast the LPL for 3 years. I couldn't really tell you how many times I've seen play Akali. He has 4 total games in Akali over his entire career.
Elk is up here now as well. BLG's full 5, Weibo's full 5. Keeper's Verdict looking to make the ejection, but Elk with a save on. Weiwei jumps into the middle. He's stolen away the Rift Herald. Yagao wants to find him and get something back as Ben goes into the back line, but it's first blood over to Yagao. BLG might lose their mid laner now in response. He flashes away from the rain of arrows to stay alive, but BLG is stepping up. The tier 1's gonna fall. Scatter the Weak misses. Now Yagao's ready to go in. He drops the smoke. They try to engage, but Weiwei's doing a great job stopping him. He immediately kills off Shun as Weibo try to regroup. scoop, and it's BLG not getting anything. Piercing arrow flies out to find Elk at the very back into the fight, but he's still at about half HP.
Weiwei in the front, it's not impossible for BLG to get in, especially when Yago has no flash, has to use the stun.
The engage coming out from the buy as Sean just immediately gets shut. Ocean Drake started up, a little bit of poke coming out as On loses half HP. Yagao posing a threat here from the side, wants to try to distract him long enough here for the Drake to be claimed by the rest of the team, but Shun's going to be killed. Weiwei's in the pit, Light kills off Shun. The Drake will be claimed by Weibo, and the fight's still going. Bin wants to fight back, but he ain't going to find anybody here just yet. Ocean Drake over to Weibo finally, as Weiwei goes in for the tackle on On, but he won't get him as he goes back over the wall, and now Yagao having to run from the Shy. It's a 12-gauge goodbye.
But Weiwei then steps up, and Weiwei's going again.
We're already back into live as the Kalista ulti is going to be used to save On. Elk kiting back, trying to get the distance here. The Shy's ulti doesn't have the damage there to kill off the BLG AD carry. But remember that Bin's still dead for another 10 seconds. Enchanted Crystal Arrow is found. Yagao, the follow-up CC, scatter the weak. And Yagao is the one who eats another face full.
Trying to take the tier 1 on boss, and now they need to try and defend the tier 2, but it's gone.
Here's the TP though. This is going to be the final fight, I think, potentially.
All right, Yagao needs to find a massive angle here as immediately it's Light getting engaged on with a Vi ulti, followed up from the damage with Yagao. Weiwei now trying to get away, but Bin leads the charge here with the A-Truck. Shun can't keep chasing any further. Chris trying to escape the Akali, but he can't do it quite yet. Bin has no damage, has no chance. Control over the bot side river for Weibo. Control over the Drake for Weibo. Yagao and On trying to come in as Shun's going to be stopped. The steadfast presence, they knock him right back in the pit. Bin's been killed by Chris off to the left. The Shy goes in. On gets saved for a moment, but now Elk could pay the price. The Shy continuing the chase with Weiwei right behind him as Yagao went into the back looking for life, but the Akali has no damage. He can't get the assassination. It's the Drake.
The TP.
It's 2 kills. A TP up into the base. They do not want to stop yet. The 2-man TP. On should drop here next. Xiaohu hits him with the orb. Weibo, the game 3 draft. 3 different marksmen, 1 frontliner, and a 13-4 absolute obliteration of BLG. Weibo move on to match point.
And 1 game away from reaching.
Same thing here in the top lane. If you can get Shun up towards that top lane and kill off the Shy, force his cleanse, you can all of a sudden take those all-ins. You can win 100-0 plays as the Jackson in this matchup if the Quinn does not have his cleanse. Spends that TP, is walking back, and we'll see if he can fix it as they're taking Dragon.
They're taking Dragon, but Weiwei's at half HP. Yagao's rotating over. Shun ready to come in over the wall. Weiwei should drop here. The flash has already been used. He wants to try to re-engage, but they have the damage to bring him down. First blood money goes over to Elk, and now Chris has to try to flash to get away over the wall. Shun's in hot pursuit, and he needs a little bit more for the CC. The Heimerdinger is stunned up and gunned down. He knows he can't go much further than just those couple of auto attacks here for the follow-up as On wants to go on a magical journey. He takes a lot of damage, but he gets away in time. Light down to 400 HP too, as Elk has the red-white guns, and Crisp has no flash. Elk just follows him through the tunnel and buries him there.
Still stepping up, doesn't have flash, they know that.
Shun, nice aim on the Sejuani ult. He's gonna lock down Crisp, and Yagao gets the kill. Money for the carries. BLG finding it 4 times in the first 10 minutes.
Nicely done. And that plate that just went down mid, I don't think anyone was actually in range to get it, but Elk potentially in trouble.
Yeah, Elk had to pop the cleanse already, trying to get away from Light. Now flashing to try to escape Xiaohu. The follow-up, the unleashed power. Xiaohu gets a big shutdown, but it'll cost his life to get it done. Yagao should be the one picking up the money here, and BLG makes it an even trade.
Good punch there from Weibo, but it's a great counter punch, and now Bin, you gotta play this mind game. Can he actually use that counter-strike properly?
Well, survives for now, but the Shy and Weiwei are not done yet.
Caught the Shy out, and this is going to catch him as well.
Yep, Yagao's coming up to try to get the punish here on the Quinn. As Bin jumps in for a little bit more. Shockwave, nice moves from the Shy, but they ain't nice enough. Yagao goes on a killing spree.
It's mid-tier 1 as well if Weibo were to start up the Herald, but On is here to help.
Oh, they find the Tempered Fate. On getting in position. Immediate Sejuani ulti over the wall. The Shy just gets punished. Huge moves coming out for BLG. It's going to set Bin up to be able to take out this tier 2 turret. That's the enemy top laner down. That's so much of that mobility around the map removed.
It's given the Nivea vibes for the top laner at the moment, but in mid.
Oh, nice shutdown coming out for Weibo.
And Yagao was pushing bot lane, and now they're going to TP on the Shy.
The Shy's the target. Magical Journey coming out for On as they immediately arrive with a TP from Yagao. No way out for the Quinn.
Okay, there we go. Xiaohu nearly gets the same treatment, but here comes the handsome support.
It's flash for flash, and Xiaohu's gone. Weibo feel like they gotta do something. The Baron's already down to 5,000 HP. Vin's coming in, goes for the stun. Weiwei's found out immediately. Tempered Fate to lock down the enemy jungler. Sejuani ulti's not gonna hit a target. Weiwei still being focused. Elk grabs the kill on him as Bin's going in, looking to chase the Shy all the way out of the fight. Still 2 dead on the side of Weibo, but Xiaohu's about to respawn, and he has TP once he does. Right back onto the Baron go BLG, as On could be in some trouble. He tries to get away from the Harrier procs, but he has to go on a Magical Journey to do it. BLG are losing HP, and now they have to continue to disengage. Light taking a lot of damage from Yagao. He pops the cleanse, but Yagao dunks him with the ball. Now On might finally die here in the back line, but not quite yet. The Shy will drop instead, and Elk's coming to join the party. BLG only lose their support.
And there's not really any recourse for Weibo.
The Shy had to use the Gale Force to get away from the Tempered Fate. Mid lane, tier 3 turret already gone. The one in bottom under a lot of pressure. Weibo trying to find any sort of a chance to punish these guys. On again, just so slippery on the Bard. Impossible for them to lock this guy down. 1 death so far the entire game as the Shy gets caught jumping in out of the base gate. Immediately followed up with a Sejuani ulti. The damage over the wall from Elk is enough. It's a 5v4 and BLG is kicking in the door against Weibo. The damage on Light is enough with the shockwave, and that should do it. 2 more down, 2 left to go. BLG wants silver scrapes, and they're gonna take it right here. Chris and Xiaohu can do nothing to defend. The Nexus turrets are reduced to dust, and we are going the distance. It's time for Game 5.
There was no other way.
The bottom lane this time will be able to carry for BLG, push us to that Game 5, and it wasn't just Elk either.
Scaling mids, you know, like it's kind of...
This is a massive pick for the Shy, though. The Shy has said in interviews that the only time I pick tank tops is when I trust my team.
He just flashed on his ear
left to work with. Now hold on, Xiaohu in some trouble here. Gets stunned up. Yagao following up with the damage, and now the chase gets paid its first blood over to Yagao. Meanwhile, back in the bottom lane, the 2v2 breaks out. On's in some trouble. So much damage pours in, and Light pierces his heart. Advance to further facilitate those dives, and here they go. On throws out the binding, but it's not going to be enough just yet. Elk uses the cleanse, but he's not the target just yet. On having a flash, but he still dies. Elk's going to be hunted down, and Light gets a double kill.
Of course, you still then have to be getting that past all those frontliners.
Okay, nicely done from Bin. He waited for the Bellows breath so the Shy would not be able to immune the ulti, but now he's looking to keep this going. He goes unstoppable again. Flashback over the wall from the Shy. Q3 comes out from Bin. He doesn't have enough damage just quite yet, but the Cassante takes him down. It's a solo kill for Bin.
It's a dash, bash, but Bin is able to come out on top, and now, with that struggle, they're coming in for mid lane as well.
They go for the Maokai ulti. They find Shun here in the front as they follow it up with a hostile takeover. On's gonna be the first kill, and Weibo are looking for more. They chase after the Sejuani, who does not have his Arctic armor or the Aftershock any longer, but they won't find anything else. Meanwhile, back to live, the Shy is the target yet again. It's a 3-man collapse. Make it 4 with a TP. Yagao goes to the skies, the Shy goes to the dirt. Elk gets the kill. On BLG for the rest of it. You still don't have the fully evolved Muramana for Yagao's Jace. Lux Laser flies out and finds Light, but that's it. Sejuani ultimate goes right between 2, as now the Maokai ulti's waiting for the counterattack, and Bin TP's into the middle. The Shy's not going to find his engage here yet. Hostile takeover hits the Cassante, and meanwhile the Ornhorn flies over the top. Binding almost finds Light, but not quite yet. The Shy's here tanking up in the front, but he's going to die. Elk gets the kill, and the Shuffle tries to buy a little bit more time. Crisp is going to be shot through the head as On kites Light away. A double kill back over to Elk, and now it's BLG crushing Weibo. Yagao with an accelerated shock blast, and he'll cut down the tree. Xiaohu at least takes Bin, and he might get a second. The Emperor of Shurima will die before the third as Elk
Where you need it.
right back into live, right back into a fight. Maokai ulti flies out, and Shun's under a lot of pressure. The damage flies into the Sejuani, and he dies as hostile takeover finds Yagao. He's shuffled back into Weibo. Massive shutdown over the Light. Weibo just found everything.
How the hell did they find them at all there? Weibo come back in. They play around the choke, and they're onto the Baron.
Baron started up, 5v3. Bin, Elk, and
Weiwei's
On
low.
have to try to pull off the defense. The Shy down to 10% HP. Weiwei's gonna be taken low too. Bin zoning the rest out as the Shy will finally fall. Callista with a ton of spears into the Baron as Elk is under pressure from Xiaohu. Bin is all out, but he's only one man. He goes back in and he finds a kill, but it's still Baron over to Weibo. It's still Bin about to go back over to Weibo. It's Weibo all day.
Weibo get the Baron, they get the kills. On, searching, not gonna have enough damage to knock them down.
The Shy is bottom. There's no teleport available for the Ornn, and Maokai still has no ulti. Weiwei's the target. They gotta try to keep him away. The Cassante focusing the enemy jungler, going all out to take him all the way to the other side of the jungle. Bin will likely die for this, but they get the Baron on the side of BLG.
Nice chunk. That trap placement was perfect there from Elk, and Weiwei is so low.
All right, Weibo still facing down a difficult situation. Weiwei on low health, Chris still at about half, some ulti still spent. Light does not have Callista ulti ready to use here in this fight. Weiwei's gonna get jumped on. Bin goes in, he's all out. He takes the enemy jungler away back over the wall, but he escapes into the sun disc. The Lux ulti comes over the top and Bin is unstoppable. But what about the fight back in the Drake pit? The handshake onto Shun, who flashes away to stay alive. The dragon is secured. It's stolen away. Callista of Light manages to steal the soul as Yagao wants to turn around, but he can't do it. Light gives him up to his R2. It's a double kill back over to the Callista as Xiaohu kills Bin.
The bot lane for BLG needs to make the miracle hold.
It's 15 seconds on Shun. It's Caitlyn Lux against everything. The minions are still coming. The Shy taking a little bit of damage here. They're gonna be stunned up. No damage enough just yet. Finally, the Shy's gonna drop on an Elk. Still holding on. A little bit more damage from the Luxy. Handshake back at Elk, but he ain't gonna die just yet. Shun comes in, but he will not find the ulti connection. They're still getting away. Xiaohu, the ace in the hole comes through, but Chris does a good job blocking it. Shun still chasing. Light is down. Chris and Xiaohu running away. TP's coming in. Yagao wants some. Accelerated shock blast doesn't hit, but Crisp is slow. Renata doesn't get away from these. Bailout's not gonna bail anything just yet. And Yagao with a counter punch. BLG 3v5. It would take more than a miracle to hold him off here. Bin with a handshake back into the team. He's not gonna live through this one. Xiaohu throws out their soldiers, and Yagao loses Guardian Angel. Bin trying to find a little bit of damage onto the Shy, but it ain't gonna be enough as Elk tries to go forward with a 90 caliber net, but it doesn't matter. It won't do a damn thing. Weibo, through all the doubt, through all the disbelief, will earn their place in the finals.
The haters are silenced as Weibo find the victory against BLG.
Beat them all 3 other times that they played series against Weibo, right? So that's 3 in a row in the LPL. They were able to take them down, and then here at Worlds in the most important one.